Hello students, today we will discuss the chapter comparing the quantities. In our daily life, there are many occasions when we compare two quantities. They may be salaries, heights, weights and marks. Suppose we are comparing the heights of two people. Suppose the height of Rita is 150 cm and the height of Ruby is 75 cm. Therefore, the ratio of their height is 150 is to 75, that is equal to 2 is to 1. Therefore, we can see that Rita is 2 times taller than Ruby. In another way, we can say that Ruby's height is half of Rita's height, isn't it? That is, we make a comparison. Therefore, ratio is a way of comparing two quantities. Ratio is a way of comparing two quantities. Remember that ratio has no unit, and to compare two quantities, the units must be the same. Remember that to compare two quantities, their units must be the same, and ratio has no unit. Ratio has no unit. Now the next topic is equivalent ratio. Different ratios can be compared with each other by converting them into like fractions. If the like fractions are equal, then they are equivalent ratios. If the like fractions are not equal, then they are not equivalent ratios. Now we will know about the like fractions. What's the like fraction? Like fractions are the fractions that have the exactly same denominator. Okay. Like fractions are the fractions that have the exactly same denominator. Different ratios can be compared with each other by converting them into like fractions. If the like fractions are equal, then they are equivalent ratios. Now we check whether the ratios 1 is to 2 and 2 is to 3 are equivalent or not. For this, we need to know whether one by 2 is equal to 2 by 3. Okay. First, we make the denominator same. That is, we convert the ratios into like fractions. Since LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. Therefore, to make the denominator 6, we multiply the first ratio by 3 and the second ratio by 2. And we get 1 by 2 is equal to 1 cross 3 divided by 2 cross 3. That is equal to 3 divided by 6. Again, 2 by 3 is equal to 2 cross 2 divided by 3 cos 2. And that is equal to 4 divided by 6. To make the denominator 6, we multiply the first ratio by 3 and the second ratio by 2, and we get 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 6 and 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. Obviously, 3 by 6 is less than 4 by 6. Therefore, 1 is to 2 is less than 4 is to 6. Therefore, the ratios are not equivalent, since 1 by 2 is not equal to 2 by 3. Therefore, the ratios are not equivalent. Okay. In the previous classes, we also have learnt a method known as unitary method, isn't it? Unitary method. In this method, we first find the value of one unit and then find the value of required number of units. Okay. In this method, we first find the value of one unit and then find the value of required number of units. Now we will do the exercise 8.1. Find question number 1a. Find the ratio of rupees 5 to 50 paise. Remember that to compare two quantities, the units must be the same. Their units must be the same. First, we convert rupees 5 is equal to 5 into 100 paise. Therefore, their units are same. Now their units are same. Therefore, the required ratio is equal to therefore the required ratio is equal to 500 is to 50. That is equal to 10 is to 1, isn't it? First, we convert rupees 5 is equal to 5 cross 10 paise. Therefore, the required ratio is 500:50. That is equal to 10:1. To compare two quantities, their units must be the same. Okay. The next question is, "15 kg to first we convert the unit kg into the unit gram. Okay. First we convert the unit kg into the unit gram. Now 15 kg is equal to 15 into 1000 gram. Therefore, the required ratio is equal to 15,000 is to 210. That is equal to 1500 is to 21. Now we divide this by 3 and we get 500 is to 7. Therefore, the required ratio is equal to 500 is to 7. And this is the simplest form. This is the simplest form, since the numerator 500 and the denominator 7 have no common factor except 1. Therefore, the required ratio is equal to 1500 is to 7. Next question is, find the ratio of 9 meter to 27 semi. Okay. First we convert the unit meter into semi. For this we multiply 9 meter is equal to 9 into 100 semi. That is equal to 900 semi. Therefore, the required ratio is equal to 900 is to 27. First we divide the ratio by 9 and we get 100 is to 3. Okay. Therefore, the required ratio is 100 is to 3 and it is the simplest form, since the numerator 100 and the denominator 3 have no common factor except 1. Okay. The next question is, in a computer lab, there are 3 computers for every 6 students. How many computers will be needed for 24 students? Okay. Here, for every six students, there are 3 computers. Therefore, for every 1 student, there are 3 divided by 6 computer. If for 6 students, there are 3 computers, obviously for 1 student, the computer is less than the computer of 6 students. Okay. So we divide computer for one student is obviously less than the computer for 6 students. Okay, that is equal to half. Therefore, for every 24 students, there are half into 24 computers, that is equal to 12 computers. Therefore, for 24 students, 12 computers are needed. Okay. For 24 students, 12 computers will be needed. Okay, students. In the next class, we will discuss the remaining portion of the chapter. Thank you.